2, as you can see, lines building, everybody's just filtering in. Objectives today, after a busy day in costume, normal clothes today, normal. As you can see, sporting my brand new Mad Love shirt, thanks for planet.com, not international. So we're now going to go harass there in that direction, Howard Chaykin, he's doing signings, and check out other cosplayers today. It was a little light on the ground yesterday, but there's a cosplay competition later in the finals later. And there's an animated feature of the Grimm TV series, which seemed pretty awesome. Only 18s and over, so it's going to be a mature, awesome adult animation. Not adult as in erotic, I just mean adult as in awesome. And go to see Yannick Paquette as well, get stuff signed, possibly little sketches, little doodles. So until then, we'll capture stuff as we go. Toodle everybody, bye-bye! Alright, so we're in the line, just starting to queue for Howard Chaykin, because he may get quite busy today, and we didn't catch him yet, so it's all the amazing panel, but we're going to get things signed today. So here's queue line. And as you can see, it's not there yet, but you can wait, it is worth it. So we've got a little box of goodies there.
I haven't decided what we're signing yet because I have an entire sketchbook here.
So you have some variants of Satellite Sam you just picked up.
Well, we're not getting
hot
these done because I've already got too many to sign. But we're going to catch them at LSCC hopefully.
Oh yeah, of course, because you're going to be at LSCC too.
So I got those, but I have an original Indie magazine from '89, which might be something for him. Some bit more recent.
Yep.
A New York variant you got. An unopened.
Look at that.
1989.
That's sexual right there.
First print Black Kiss.
You should pick it up with rubber gloves.
Which I will open for any presents.
Look at it.
New York Convention is just it's like the San Diego show with BO and hoodies.
And I had this completely unopened up till now. First print.
Come on, big baby.
So I've been saving.
Get the gloves out.
You were there.
On the plate, yeah, great man.
You too?
Yeah.
Alright, so we just met. Who did we meet?
Howard Chaykin.
Yes, he was wonderful, was he not? He was a lovely guy.
He was.
So let's tell the tale. Let's tell the tale.
Yes.
Well, first of all, we're going to go separately, because we didn't want to overload. I mean, we're what, third in the queue?
Yeah, so first up the queue, so.
Very early in the day, we were thinking, oh, people are going to be grouchy. He's peppy, happy, wanted to see us. He was very surprised that you had a lady with you, so I was like, oh, bring her along. So
he did say, oh, you together, so he said you should come over. Yes.
Yeah. So we're thinking about things like sketches and stuff, but we're so overwhelmed with just talking to him. It's just wonderful. I got a bit of footage of him signing things, but yeah, he was just. I wanted to tell him about how I got thrown out of places for asking for his work, but later I'm going to tell him.
So we had lots to say to him, but he's got a table 40 something.
41, I think.
41. We'll check it out later.
We'll find it.
To him properly.
Yes.
I'll get some commission work from him next in May when he's in.
Yeah, it's June or July. It's LSCC.
LSCC still up in London, but somewhere else from not
here. Bit starstruck right now, yeah. Okay, what did you get signed then? There we go. It is opened. It is opened.
I broke open this. Until now, since 1989 unopened with a seal on it. And he signed both.
Beautiful.
Look everyone, that's why there's a seal on it.
Look everyone, look.
It's not decent.
Because you're not supposed, it's not for child's eyes. And you got the inside of your art book signed.
I got this done, I think, yes there. And I had the inside. He didn't go where I thought he was going to go, but I'm not going to question his means. Look, not for kids, everyone.
No, not for children. Don't do it.
There he is, right by his
next to his name. See, that makes sense anyway. Definitely.
See, just so we know it's him.
So then if we ever met him as well, then he could sign next to his name.
He could. Not.
I thought that was wonderful. And he was saying, oh, you better hurry up because all the people behind you are hating you right now. So.
And then he kept talking to us. So
yeah, he was
just to build the hate.
Okay, so accomplished number 1, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely the big thing today.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that one.
We'll see him again later, we'll bug him later on.
Yes, definitely. Come back, little girl. We want to play. Hello, nice to meet you. She doesn't like you, she's getting away. Running away, though. Come back, you're a friend.
Friend of ours. Hey everyone.
Hey.
We just found two
Do you remember these?
To you kids, this will mean nothing to you. If you're an old school like me, look at 1977 copyright.
Come on now.
Tattoos. I used to buy these as a wee lad. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Just got one open here.
Oh, we just open, actually I fell open. Oh, you got Batman and Shazam. You got a Batgirl going on. Green Arrow. Riddler. Kapow! It's awesome. 2 packets.
So, you know what we're doing in a minute? Go get some water, stick them on our face. We need to put them where everybody
Your
can see.
bracelet, so you need it.
Yeah, I need
so
some
you can
accessories.
accessorize with these tattoos.
That'll be awesome and
We'll
choose.
see how they held up since 1977.
We might get cancer in the spot. They say they're
It says
non-toxic.
non-toxic. In 1977 these were non-toxic. Now,
I'm gonna vlog as we put them on.
Yes.
With that. Alright, we're choosing. We're choosing. Choosing.
I'm choosing.
So I think.
I think there's like, who's that?
Oh, look at Batman at the bottom there. It's all like, oh, I'm so baffled. I'm
He's
just
like,
a head and a
here
neck.
I come.
Yep. And I'm gonna choose an Ollie Green Arrow here with a crash underneath. Who else do we have? Wonder Woman and Superman.
Here's Batman floating over Shazam.
Yep. And we got our water. We got our tissue. We're gonna make this magic happen. Do you want to do one first?
We're gonna do this.
Where are you doing it?
Let's see.
You can do it on your hand. I mean, you do have already a whole load of tattoos. Oh my god, if you got a circular one, put it in the middle of your lantern.
Do you want to be everything circular?
Which one were you going to do?
Well, no one's gonna see that.
Do Hulk Girl coming out of it. Oh,
should we do this
actually.
like?
Yes.
We should do this here.
Yeah, she'd fit perfectly. Weren't you saying you were going to get a Hulk?
I was going to add some more
Hulk
symbols,
person
some more
tattoo.
Justice League symbols coming down.
Exactly.
What do you think, viewers? All the way down there.
You'll get a sleeve with all of them.
Yes.
In the meantime, you can get just a miniature
Let's
little
have like
Hulk chick there.
It's very vague. It could be Hawkman. It's very
Yeah.
very small
Until you put it on, we're not going to know.
details.
So let's make this magic
pull
happen.
that off.
Peel it.
Man, look how yellow that is. Look, that's been there since 1977.
It's amazing.
We're opening
Look at
comics.
that.
We're opening comics from '89 and like
Yep.
packets of things
Yep.
from 1970. So
There's
yeah.
the design there.
There you
Look
go.
at Batman. Look at his confused yet angry
I'm
face.
coming to get you.
Right.
So.
Do you want me to hold it on?
It's all coming back to me.
We got tissues, but you don't need tissues.
You don't need tissues. Here we go. So we're gonna just apply it like so. You can't let it move around once it's on.
No.
So it's gonna be
Stick it
tricky
on a
because
little.
you're filming. We need to add more water to this.
That's alright. I can add. I've got a free hand.
So just dab water on.
Here we go. On the top
over
bit.
the area. So over the whole area. So over the whole area. You need to do the whole thing. Not too much. Not too much.
I know.
No, you still look at the corners there. It's very delicate operation. There you go.
There we go. Stuck down.
We're just gonna leave it a while.
And make sure that
the worst
whole
thing to happen
peels
with
off.
these, from experience, is you get bits of it not coming out.
Yeah, we don't want
And
Hulk Girl or man, whoever it is, without a face.
Really silly then if you haven't got the whole
Haven't
thing.
you got to wet the tissue and put it over the top
it's
and
wet
hold it?
now. This is not how it goes.
That's not how it happens.
It's not how we roll. Okay, and then
We're ready.
I'm a bit wing missing, but this is all right. I think.
Do you want me to put more water on?
No.
No.
Not too
Okay.
much. Too much water, not enough water. You get bits. It's very tricky. This may not work. So
Okay.
here we go. Here's a first. Yeah, it's bitty. You know, most of the hormones are actually on there.
Put more on. More.
Bear in mind, these are really old. These are
Gotta let it sift through. That's the thing with if they're from the 70s.
Hawkman may not
Is that
be
done?
complete.
Shall we see?
Alright, let's just try it. And we'll just try again.
Well, if Batman's alright then. Batman survived.
It's kind of not good.
Oh, look at Batman's face. Wah, wah, wah.
That did not go well.
Poor Batman.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get from something from
I guess it's
1977.
1977, so let's face it. Maybe
That is our review of.
That's our review of tattoo.
That's permanent now, by the way.
That is on there for life now.
That's permanent forever
There you go.
and ever
That's why we
and
use
ever.
products from 1977, which were designed to be used almost 40 years ago.
Okay, I think it's going to be our end conclusion to the weekend, really.
Yeah, we're just going to catch like the cosplay final after this.
I might get a bit of who actually wins it, perhaps, but we just went and met Howard Chaykin for the second time because she wants to get deets, did you not?
Yes, he's very, very busy doing drawings and commissions, but he's back in London up for this or something else later this year, so we get some work done. And I wanted to chat to him about other things, some things, adult things, many things.
Yes, many things, everything we can think of. So we want to get pictures with him as well because he just is a wonderful man. Really, I can't speak any higher of him, to be honest. Not in like a preachy way, but he just is so down to earth.
He's humble but outspoken.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
a straight talker.
Yeah. So we went to sit next to him to go for photographs, and it was like, think of something happy, like the Holocaust. And I was like, what about dead babies or burning puppies? And it was like, well, you're laughing now, so obviously you find that funny. So yeah, he was awesome. And then you got to talk to him for a little while.
We got photos with him. It was cool to do that.
Yep. Got to pass on the lovely word of
stop and just do photos and chat and sit and chat with us while he was drawing for people. So.
And I got to pass on the lovely word of how bad Page Force 5 are.
Yeah,
so he knows about you now.
How you doing?
So next time you want to ask the amazing Chaykin for a signing session, you ain't gonna get it because he's got my name. He said Hannah told me to fuck you. So if you hear that, it's me that told him that. Just so you know. But that's been an amazing conclusion, I reckon. You got your business card?
Yeah, we have.
Yes. With deets on.
Card.
There we go.
Unblocking details.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We'll go and see him at LSCC in a couple of months with things to get signed.
Cheap commission, I'm thinking.
Definitely.
Maybe worth the money. I heard his rates were high.
You don't know when he's next going to come to the UK either, and twice in 1 year. You've got to take advantage of that. Definitely.
Should we announce second and first together? Because it's kind of like... Sure? Seriously, I'm like seriously not... Okay, alright, well, please remember these guys had to do this 2 days in a row. First of all, they literally had to put their costumes back on and do their skits 2 days in a row. And the effort is just really incredible. So, do you want to do it together? All right. We're doing second place and then immediately first place. Okay. I'll do second place and you do first place. Okay. All right. So remember, second place gets a PS3. Two PS3. Ooh, two PS3. And first place gets a paid trip to the United States for DragonCon. Holy crap. Woo! Pretty amazing prize. So, without further ado. I can't even do this. I know. Second place of the SuperCon Costume Championship is Shira!
Of the day, we're back in our room. It has been a long day, but a very eventful one. We've enjoyed it mucho. I'm going to show you some of goods that we bought and positives of the day and things we think could be improved since third year SuperCon. So no doubt they're doing a fourth year. So the things that I think they did well on was the queuing system. There was no problem with that.
Straight in.
Yeah.
Both days.
But then again, they said they sold more tickets. So there was more people, So you would expect that there was way more people getting in, but I think it was really empty. That was
It
my
seemed
opinion.
quieter and way easier to get around this year. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a negative, because in a way it's a good thing. Number-wise, if it's hard to get around the kind of thing, 'cause you know it's really busy, but it's really easy on both days at any given time to get around.
Exactly.
Which
So
you might say that's not a problem. It's not, but it just seems like that means lower numbers,
I
which
mean,
equates to not getting another year, which would be a bad thing.
yeah, exactly. That's a good point. I didn't think of that, but I mean, like even on the Saturday, when you know you'd expect there to be tons of people and there to be people all around the outside of the arena and no seats free in the dining court.
Like
And
other years.
when you go outside to where all the cosplayers are, there's hardly anybody out there either. But I don't know whether or not
Where
I
else
was.
they could be?
There isn't anywhere else,
There's
is
nowhere
there?
else.
I mean, there were a lot of cosplayers, but it just seemed to be a lot less than what I'm used to. I mean, I know MCM's huge, and maybe everybody's going there instead. I don't know. We haven't been to MCM for
Unless it's filtering out the actual comic fans from the just general NCM
I know, yeah.
entertainment
Perhaps.
fans.
Anyway, here is the cover here for the convention of this year with Dave Gibbons on the front there. Today is sponsored by my new Spectre mascot that I've got here. It stands up very well. There he is, haunting you. Oh. So just as because we did the cosplay, this is the last thing that we did, I think just going to kind of go across some points that we were prepared for when we
Yes.
were going to come here, and we were making props and things along the guidelines, thinking because they were being
Heavy
really,
guidelines.
yeah, they were being really strict, and not that we were entering the cosplay competition. We did think about entering it, but they were getting so nothing is about the fun of it, and you've got to do all these things.
One of the first things they put was have fun, but then it was followed by a very lengthy series of policies and rules on what you could take, what you can wear, where it could be worn,
and who
and
you
that
could
was
be.
just that, and who you could be, and then. I mean, that was just the contestants, but even for general wear, there was a lot of rules for general goers about what you were allowed to have and not have. So we stuck by that begrudgingly and held off the weapons.
And changed a lot of our props. As we said before, anything that was going to be metal, we changed to foam or plastic, remodeled what we were doing. We didn't need to, because the cosplay masquerade itself was... I don't think anybody really adhered to that whatsoever.
Because as far as the actual contest, granted we didn't do it, but there were things such as the characterization you had to be very specific to mainstream comics. Comics to be recognised by all comic goers. Yeah, there were some very obscure characters. There were video game characters. No offense, video games, but you have cons
not at all.
You have entire cons for that.
Yeah.
There were Disney entries, and again, no offense, you like Disney. Everyone likes a bit of Disney, but it's not for that. And
I think I even remember him saying
was a Disney winner.
Yeah, I think I even remember him saying it had to be superhero related.
It had to be super related and recognisable, largely in the whole.
Like, and it wasn't supposed to be indie comics either. I remember
no
reading.
indies, but there's some very, very obscure individual ones yesterday for sure.
So as you can see here, Mattington printed off the rules. Not for the masquerade itself, but just the general rules. So, yeah, I think we're going to go through them and how they did affect us, really, well, what we thought affect us. Would you like to read them out?
Yeah,
we will debate these things.
Okay, and we're not being picky, but it does say, let's see, jump straight into this. Okay, toys and replica guns must possess an orange or brightly coloured safety tip.
I
There
barely
were no
saw
safety
any
tips on show anywhere on anything for shores. It says all metal weapons include knives, daggers, swords, clubs, batons, and axes. And obviously, they don't think people bring real ones. They're talking about just prop ones.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether they are sharp or blunt, are forbidden.
Forbidden. They use the word forbidden.
The amount of knives, blades, and swords at that gig were insane.
And even
I may
people
have brought myself. I thought that was
entering the masquerade, though, not just walking around.
And especially entering, doing swingy, slashy, which is very impressive. But I'm pretty sure that's against
These rules.
These heavy fascist rules.
Continue.
Any heavy weapons or props deemed capable of bludgeoning people or causing damage to the venue and the property within are forbidden.
Which I sent a tweet to them about that, because they put photographs up about the Judge Dredd's being their guards for the weekend. And we all know that their props are either metal or very high quality.
Metal guns
So-
and truncheons.
Yes. So I
Bludgeoning.
bludgeon. So I sent them a tweet saying, well, they're obviously not going to be able to take any of their props in then. And they're like, if you read the rules, and I was like, I have you? And then they didn't answer.
It doesn't say the judges are allowed them.
One rule for us, one rule for everyone else, obviously.
All weapons and props must have rounded or blunt edges and or padded ends and must be incapable of causing harm. No sharp objects will be allowed.
No sharp objects.
Pretty sure there were some sharp objects around.
I nearly got my eye taken out by a lot of things whilst I was walking around.
Yes, this is true. That's why they want people to walk around with, apparently. Any projectile weapons, unless clearly non-functioning, are forbidden.
Projectile to me means anything that could go boing, such as arrows.
Arrows.
Bows and arrows, there was loads of them. Bows the size of people were in this.
Proper bows.
Yeah.
Granted, the first year I was here, the first year of the con, I bought a proper compound bow. Not to be used and never has been used ever, but for a prop.
Yeah.
This
And you were
year,
worrying about whether
and
or
I
not you could
didn't think I was
get
going to get in, but they didn't have these rules even back then. But
No.
now they do, so I thought no one's bringing this shit.
Yeah.
There were so many bows and arrows, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And proper big ones.
And what's the last one there?
Pyrotechnics, explosives, lasers, and chemical weapons are forbidden. That I get.
Chemical, yeah, but I think the part that I was questioning was the explosives part of
Yes.
it. Because, unless I'm mistaken, She-Ra had an explosive sword
The
in the
runner-up.
cosplay. Yeah.
Of the
Maybe that's
of
what
the
stops her
rounds.
winning.
It could be, but then
I mean, we don't know if they actually adhered to these when they were
No.
judging them. We are not being nitpicky, by the way, for all of this, because you know by now how much we love to cosplay, and we would have gone all out on
just
this.
that it limited us and what we could
Yeah.
do. And I know people that didn't even costume this year because their costumes required this
Yeah.
kind of propage, so they just didn't do it at all.
It's just,
which
you don't-
cut down the amount of cosplayers this
Yeah,
year.
because tons of people have to travel to get here. You don't want to get suitcases filled with props and then get here like, yeah, let's do this, and then on the door have it taken out. Nobody even bothered checking our passes sometimes when you went in.
No.
So I don't know what all the fuss is about. So that was one thing we had to cover, really. It was just that as we were sat in the cosplay masquerade, we were like, what is it all about? Really? I don't understand. So that's that part out the way, really. Okay, on with the good stuff, which is the lovely things that you got signed
Yes.
today. So if you want to talk us through, you got some. Well, you did talk us through after it just happened, but
yeah.
we've got.
Well, I
the-
did have things, and I had to choose. I had to cut down at the last
Yes.
minute, but well, we had an awesome day. I'm not saying the whole day. We had an awesome 2 meets with Howard Chaykin
Yes,
today.
that was
He
great.
An absolute gent.
You did
Very,
a-
very liberal with his words at the time. I think it was the wrong phrase. Yes, very nice guy. Turned out to be very awesome, as I thought he might be. I got my Howard Chaykin book signed,
which was bought in New York.
which was purchased in New York last year, so at Midtown.
There
Signed
we
by
go.
the good man
Saw
himself.
earlier.
My other signs for the day. Out of the many things I bought, I was very. Again, I tuned down to three things. Three things, the magic number. My incentive edition of Satellite Sound #1.
Yep.
And something for the olds. I got a Black Kiss #3,
Which was
first
unopened
print,
until
which
you
was
met him.
sealed within plastic at a
Yep.
certain point, because underneath this black cover is a real cover, and it's cheeky and not for everyone. But yes, which is why it's under a black cover, which is great.
Don't want to get my YouTube videos banned now, do I?
No, so on that note, I picked up 2 Satellite Sound variants today, which is lovely.
What were they, a $5 each?
They were 5 each, very good. And
What was the company?
the
Place in Space,
Place
right?
in Space,
Yeah.
which is a fantastic
Place
place to
in
use.
space.
There was the variant black and white for the first issue, and the Image Expo for the first edition
But-
also.
Buttocks.
That's pretty much the theme covers right
Yes.
there. But it's
Indeed.
we can show that on the YouTube.
So that's a roundup of the signings, and then we got a nice little cheer up piece here,
Yeah,
which
we're going to enjoy this later.
let's look at this.
This fantastic issue of Superman we found. Look at this. Clark Kent, I'm so glad you finally realised the world can get a long way. There's a man getting shot in the back by a gangster. There's trains hurling off into traffic. I mean, you probably couldn't do this now in the age of 9/11. Like, planes flying out the sky.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't get
All
away with this at
because
all.
he's Leonardo DiCaprio strutting out the way, going, "Oh well,
He's
doesn't
just
matter.
walking down the street of Lois Lane. Do you remember the days he's going to Lois Lane? Doesn't happen now. Doesn't exist in New 52, you naughty little boys and girls. There she is in her little kinky boots, just walking down the road.
What a happy life they're having.
With the ultimate fashion accessory right there.
Yep, let's just hope they don't turn around. That's all we gotta say.
But they're happy, they're good.
A nerve-tingling novel. Clark Kent, get out of my life. She's out of our life.
Crazy Days of Superman was just an adventure every month that had no bearing on anything.
Just had to
Golden
get something
days.
like that because, you know, it just rounds it all off, really. There's not really a theme for the day.
No,
Everything's
I see
exploding in our path.
No, it's a good day.
It was a wonderful time. So just to round it off there, as we always do, from us, that is a conclusion of the 3rd year running of SuperCon.
And hopefully back for year 4.
Definitely.
And hopefully in some awesome cosplay. Which
Yeah, we're discussing on the way. We don't know who we're going to do yet.
I don't think we do, but whatever rules get issued, we'll just pretty much, I assume we're supposed to ignore them. And
Yeah, I think that's a conclusion.
I think the best thing is to go with the biggest bits of prop I can find.
Yeah. I'm going to, I don't know, do some kind of giant, many-armed, spiky metal something that fires shit out of it.
I think that might be the way forward.
Yeah. And then we'll just arrive and be like, we are here. Oh.
We were talking about going along as being like a mix it up and be like a Ford Transformer, like Asgarda.
Because you want to do Thor, so it's
I'll be Asgarda. I'll be like a Transformer version, like an 8 foot tall robot version.
There's that dude that made out of cardboard boxes this year, so you could just do that, but make it out of metal, just to piss him off.
True, but also there was a really huge spiky man at the cosplay contest today.
I think he thought he was going to win it, but he didn't. Probably because he violated every rule.
Probably could have.
But still, I think that is a conclusion properly for our day as the sun has now gone down. We're gonna just chillax for the rest of the day with our goodies. And toodle pip from us, everybody. Till the next convention. Don't know when that'll be. LFCC, which is a while off yet, but
yeah.
We're also going to HorrorCon in Germany this year, so that's 2 cons for you to be vlogging this year. So till then, everybody. Bye-bye!